All right, let's talk. You've just hit a massive checkpoint in your research journey, and that is absolutely something worth celebrating. So let's take a second here, because you've really earned this moment to just pause and soak in how far you've come.
You know, this quote really gets to the heart of it. Completing the components leading up to your research project is a grand achievement. I mean, think about that. Every single late night, every draft, every little breakthrough, it has all led you right here, to this point. This isn't just another task checked off a list. It's a huge accomplishment. Let that sink in for a minute.
So, this big achievement, it's not just an endpoint, it's actually the perfect opportunity. Before we go rushing off to whatever's next, we need to take a look back, but with purpose. It's all about using that hard work as a foundation for the next big climb.
I want you to think of it like this. You've just climbed a major mountain. You're at the summit. And up here, the air is clear. You can look back and see the entire path you took to get here. All the tricky parts, the long stretches, everything. And that view, that perspective, is just invaluable before you set your sights on the next peak.
And it's from this vantage point that we get to do some really important reflection. Now, this isn't about giving yourself a grade or being critical. It's about taking an honest look at the skills and the knowledge you've picked up along the way, especially with the help you've had.
Let's focus on that support system for a second. As you can see, your chair, your mentor, your colleagues, there's so much more than just advisors. They're basically your partners in this whole thing. They're catalysts for your growth. So let's ask some really direct questions about how that partnership is actually working.
And be honest with yourself here. Has their help really made a difference? Are you moving faster, working smarter, planning things out more effectively because of them? Can you think of a specific time, a specific conversation or piece of feedback that truly sped things up for you? See, that's the real, tangible impact of good mentorship. Okay, this next question, it goes a little deeper. It's not just about speed, it's about quality. Has the input from your support system made your research stronger, more solid, more reliable? You know, are your methods tighter and your conclusions harder to argue with because of their guidance? And finally, let's talk about relevance. Your chair and your colleagues, they're your connection to the bigger academic conversation that's happening right now. Have they pushed you to really grapple with the most current, the most cutting-edge theories in your field? Is your work actually in a position to make a real contribution to today's discussions? So, we've celebrated the achievement, we've looked back on the journey, and we've assessed your support system. Now it's time to pull all of that together. We're going to synthesize all this into one single, pivotal question. All right, I want you to forget about everybody else for a moment. Just based on your own reflection, right now, how prepared do you feel to take on the next major phase of this project? Seriously, take a beat with this one. It's probably the most important question you'll answer all week.
And listen, the answer here isn't a simple yes or no. Think of that more like a confidence meter. Feeling prepared means you actually trust your skills, you trust your knowledge, and you trust your support system to get you through the challenges that are definitely coming. That confidence, that's the fuel you need for this next stage.
Okay, with that internal check-in done, it is time to turn that feeling of readiness into action. We're shifting gears now from reflection to execution. Here is the final concrete step for this part of your work. And it is this straightforward. There are two things on your to-do list for this week. Number one, submit your final project prospectus. Number two, submit your committee matching request form. That's it. It's a simple little checklist that actually represents a massive leap forward. And please, don't just write these off as boring paperwork. Submitting these forms is you planting your flag on that summit we were talking about. It officially closes this chapter and formally kicks off the next one, making all your hard work real and concrete. So, as you get ready to send in those forms, let's just end with this thought. You've done the work, you've reflected on how much you've grown, and you're about to make it all official. The path ahead is now wide open. So the real question is, what new knowledge, what incredible insight, what important discovery is your research about to unlock for the world? Go find out.